Happy Thanksgiving! Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Thursday, November 28th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. Compared to the last several days, there is a lot less cloud cover out there this morning as high pressure begins to build in. Lingering moisture has allowed widespread low cloud cover to develop across the San Joaquin Valley with dense fog conditions, so be careful out there if you're traveling for the holiday. Other than that, the area is mostly sunny except for a few marine layer clouds over the Orange and San Diego County coastal plains that will clear up within the next few hours. It is going to be a beautiful day out there today with comfortable temperatures, so please enjoy it. Now that the recent widespread and long-duration precipitation event has ended, let's recap the precipitation totals over the past 7 days across the state. Please note that this map was generated yesterday, so it goes back to the previous Wednesday and does not account for rainfall from the early part of last week. First and foremost, look at those extreme totals of 12 to 20 inches across the mountains of Northern California, and even those high totals into the Sac Valley. For our neck of the woods, Central California got a nice dousing from this event. As much as 3 to 5 inches fell across the hills of the Central Coast and the Sierra, and the lower terrain received upwards of around an inch. Of course, in the high Sierra over 8,000 feet, most of that precipitation fell as snow, giving way to feet of added snowpack for the season. And then there is Southern California. Unfortunately, this event did not bring more than a few hundredths of an inch to areas south of Santa Barbara County. As a result, these areas will likely still have some vulnerability to fire spread going forward if an offshore wind event were to occur following a sufficiently long stretch of drying. Let's get back to present day and check out your weather for this Thanksgiving Day. It is going to be a fabulous day with dry weather and abundant sunshine. There will be a few degrees of warming in Southern California, bringing valley highs to the low to mid-70s, which is near to above normal. Central California will remain cooler than normal, with highs in the upper 50s to low 60s. Humidity will lower across Southern California, with minimums returning to the 12 to 25% range, but Central California will remain quite moist. The current wind observations this morning indicate breezy offshore flow across the favored Southern California ridges and canyons. There is nothing out there particularly strong, with gusts mostly in the 20 to 35 mile an hour range. These winds will stick around through the day, but will weaken a little as we go into the afternoon. Despite the drying conditions and breezy offshore flow, there will be no fire weather concerns given the recent wet weather. The forecast for the next 7 to 10 day period will be very quiet with no major weather concerns. Now that the recent weather maker has left the building, high pressure will build in north of our region. At the same time, a weak area of low pressure will be offshore of Southern California that will be trapped to the south of the high pressure. This pattern will not bring any significant impacts other than additional cloud cover and maybe a few light showers as it approaches the coast this weekend. Otherwise, a dry forecast with warmer temperatures and light winds is in store to close out November and to open December. On Friday, weather conditions will be very similar to today, with a little more warming. Winds will likely be weaker, and humidity will likely be a little lower over Southern California. For this weekend, there will be increasing clouds and possibly some light scattered showers affecting Southern California as that offshore low gets closer to the coast, but any rainfall will be very light. Otherwise, dry and quiet weather will continue through next week. Temperatures will remain fairly steady this weekend into next week, with highs in the mid-70s for the warmest Southern California valleys, and then in the 60s across Central California. Humidity will also remain fairly low across Southern California, but remain higher over Central California. Winds will remain light as well. Looking forward into December, there is above normal confidence in a persistent ridging pattern continuing that would keep near to above normal temperatures and dry weather in place. At this time, there do not appear to be any significant offshore wind events on the horizon. The recent wet weather will lead to little or no significant fire activity across the region through the forecast period, despite an upcoming persistent pattern of warmer and drier weather. Following the recent storm, all areas from Santa Barbara to Kern County and points northward will have received enough rainfall to induce low elevation green-up and end the significant portion of the fire season. However, areas south of there will likely still have some vulnerability to fire spread going forward if an offshore wind event were to occur following a sufficiently long stretch of drying. Looking forward, there does not appear to be a significant wetting rain event on the horizon that would give Southern California any beneficial season-ending rainfall. There does not appear to be any significant offshore wind events on the horizon either. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Friday, November 29th. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving and have a chance to spend time with family and friends.